Kofi, and you one Ghana cedi pill. Already the last budget, or the 95 pesos so, which is almost one Ghana cedi. Eto petroleum a year and Yamaso. Mama reading it well. Go and read it. And once I done and one basa the certificate of emergency, or the one Ghana cedi as so in actual fact, it's one Ghana cedi 90 pesos within a space of 5 months.
Mama is a ho. He gives you hope. Boys Naka. He's the hope for Mother Ghana. That's a sound you me. Oh, what you want to you? Say, you cry my hope. Say, hope, you know. And you cry my hope. And you hope for me. At this moment, concerning Dumsor Levy, I dear bad, let's say. Dement baby upper media national Okatakyie Afrifa mensa bonsu babetra na adwene ewo abebo na adwene no kire se Maham de on se san you penny on se san eto meluku on se san de eto beka taxes taxes eto meluku eto taxes on se san in this video we mo hwe ense Afrifa ekai ayi peja wodo create that's why I said name like if video now that one subscribe button and click the notification icon for the latest update. Now better wa adwe dem am e wo comment section me so baso. Na she be from so enya bi ahwe. Enti nyina enim Mahama opposition how was it can concerning taxes. How was it kasaye? During ministerial vetting, Ato Forson as finance minister said you also kasaye concerning taxes. How Ato Forson kasaye say oh mo introduce new tax bia. They know how to boost revenue without creating any new tax. They know how Mr. Messi Cabo Mainimu, Abromo for tax via Emma, Ato Forson at the council with your ministerial vetting as finance minister designate and Okada as well as Odibianum, Edward J. Fans. Emma, whom we already budget crown. There wasn't any introduction of new taxes. There's one for Bibian Ships over the tax for Ebeba. Levy Crowman for Bibian Shemu. Tariff increase at 1.5, but after that, we have been at Yato electricity bill and water bill by 18.79%. What I say? 18%. And Manuka be a Brua media. So we say Enra, Anna Mahama, any Ato Forson, any energy minister, almost to call them cool, and no gas David. Ghana Yeska, what I say? Yeska, Eddie boy energy sector homebra in 10 years. Gara for Nayan Tiasia. Nayan 1 cedi on every liter of fuel that you buy.
The dialogue recognizes growing energy sector liabilities as the greatest existential threat to fiscal consolidation and macroeconomic stability. Our energy sector carries a debt burden of over $3.1 billion, with an estimated $1.8 billion more required to finance fuel procurements for uninterrupted thermal power generation in the coming months. If left unaddressed, this situation significantly threatens national productivity and industrial growth. While we have devised a strategy to liquidate this debt and staunch the bleeding in the power sector, we must take advantage of recent gains created by appreciation in the value of our currency to accelerate the solution to our energy sector challenges. In line with the dialogue's recommendation to boldly tackle the crisis in the energy sector, Parliament yesterday approved an amendment to the Energy Sector Levies Act and the Certificate of Urgency, introducing a 1 cedi, Ghana cedi, increase in the energy sector recovery levy. This decision, though difficult, is necessary and justifiable. The additional revenue projected is 5.7 billion cedis annually. This revenue will be strictly ring-fenced to pay down legacy energy debt, finance ongoing fuel purchase, and avert the risk of recurring power shortages. Funds from this levy will not be subject to the hazards of the consolidated fund. And the minister is here. I know when money falls into the consolidated fund, it faces certain hazards. It will not be subject to the hazards of the consolidated fund. The fund will be regularly audited and audit reports made public to ensure its transparent use.
Drivers for crash will concern say they actually come there. Better to electricity, better to lorry fame. Got the police bus, better to lorry fame. They will say on this issue, no. Anna Bemaba, Okatakyie Afrifa mensa bones also have share an opinion on that. Now they are exposing NDC government in a hard way.
Yes, sorry. Abu Jinapo, John Jinapo, on the energy minister, on Kanokure. Ampo, on Kanokure. We was for Kanokura. What now? Catch a Ghana force. Containers, 1,300 a year of reports. And yes, sir. There come a Cassantre. After Mumian share Abu John Jinapo, and then a year Collins at Marco. Omushia. Let's look at what John Jinapo did. Let's be
very frank. There was a rush into the media to create a certain impression that something was done, something wrong had happened. That was it. Now we are being told that 2,600 something have been found at the same port. Let's.
Gentlemen, first of all, I think that we have to be consistent. He said, oh, the minister's tone is not different. And that what they heard on TV or radio is that containers are miraculously missing. That's a very mischievous way of presenting the narrative. No. Let's face it. Then it makes it look like the minister went and said miraculously missing. No, you said that. Look, that's what that's the implication. No. Chairman, I'm minister and I'm a member of parliament. Please, when you were speaking, I kept quiet and listening. No, please. But why don't you marry the two? That you said that the minister is now sober. So what we heard on radio, no, that means I wasn't sober. To make it clear that I've always been sober.
So Gobi, when you are speaking to somebody, Brabak, Danny Brabak, when you are speaking to someone, now omo dealing with a substantive matter, obedi fwa, omo say they go around the periphery. After na nyama ehu hia, and we pick on. So the core issue, I saw John Jinapo address it, and he said, Mr. Minister, time we catch a Ghana for say 1,300 a year. What due diligence had you done? And they also were free. And we use semantics, the word say, the use of the word miraculously. It looks as though the minister is the one that used it. But that is not a substantive matter. That is not the core matter. Oh yeah, you are saying the minister is now sober. But it means when he heard on radio, I was not sober. So the core matter, which is whether minister, before say Woba catch Ghana for say 1,300 containers I know they all address you. Most minister or move away from the very real reason and he's now going around picking on words and making the words the most important. But John Jinapo, the question is that you deliberately put out a false information as your way of demonizing the Akufo-Addo government, making it look as though certain people had stolen some containers, for which reason the public will now come against the government, the ex-war government. It's as simple as ABC. You intentionally, it was a deliberate ploy to make sure that the Ghanaian people will see the ex-war Akufo-Addo's administration as thieves. As people who have actually run this country down to abyss. It's Muya and Moshe Dabekase, 1,300 aira. And then you say due diligence Ben Aye was now we are picking on miraculously and it's sober anyhow. Minister Jairoff, come back and address the main issue. At what point did you realize that 1,300 aira? And what was the rush? If you knew, say, you bet me go further to find it and even find additional over 1,000 something plus. What was the rush? But the only reason you put out that false information was your way of tarnishing the Akufo-Addo's government, picking up on people, making it look as though certain people had done something untoward. It's as simple as ABCD. Mr. Minister, it was simple as ABCD. Nothing had gotten missing. Movie and Amusa propaganda tool. Echo for China phobia. Eddie cables Kogu ho. And one got net na home. So much China phobia or more cables. All this while there were no containers missing. It was all a deliberate deliberate attempt to make sure that you demonize the Akufo-Addo government. And you succeeded. Up until and it do lumba was waka. Was baby I just say what could do, what say with you could do. It's never be see real containers. And they want say the same energy, the same level of publicity among my real containers. More finding containers is that the same level of publicity?
Never.
Huh? You think you can play with the minds of the people? Some of us, we don't reason like the usual people. So you can play with the minds of certain people. And I keep on saying it. The very day that the people will understand what is going on around them, Ghana will know no peace. And you know, the very day the people, because Money Kwakua, what did you to me? He does not even understand that they are playing with his mind. Not doing anymore. Cutting as I watch him, as I'm watching her, Minister say contain any other person about make a contrary opinion piano ba because say any ayi kasai ayi Dubik is a containers because there are rules that governs a trade and transactions when it comes to say obi cranium free baby and so big cranium free baby when it is at the port, it is at the mercy, it is at the control of the port. It's the ports are in charge. It's the BBI. How then do you link it to ECG? When in actual fact it has not been brought to the ECG a warehouse. And so what me manage your money looking as though UCG or something you can say market afenyo market. You made it look as though afenyo market and crop for now ton containers. I know correct. Hey, they just are out here say I'm a boy. You play with your mind.
More fire. More fire.
You play with your mind. Avena minister, but let's go and listen to the minister again. And this time around, you will see that the minister is trying to play encore the substantive. No, I did not say it.
Minister went to say miraculously missing. No, you said that. Look, that's what that's the implication. No. Chairman, I'm minister and I'm a member of parliament. Please, when you were speaking, I kept quiet and listening. No, please. But why didn't you marry the two? That you said that the minister is now sober. So what we heard on radio, no, that means I wasn't sober. To make it clear that I've always been sober. I've remained consistent. And I said that it's a committee report that was sent to me that 1,300 of the containers, when they couldn't find them, you can say they're missing. But if something is missing, you look for it. What is wrong with looking for missing containers? What is the problem? Let's even assume it's missing. Let's take it that they were missing. Or what?
Mr. Minister, hold on. Pause. So the minister is that. Let's take it that they were missing. But Minister, it wasn't missing. They were not missing. Why must we take it that they were missing? In any jurisdiction, this level of mistrust, this level of dishonesty, any minister will resign on this. Because it means you are not honest. He said, let's take it that they were missing. Now you are doing probabilities. We should move away from core issues. We should move away from the reality and move into the realm of probabilities. You are inviting us to a conversation, hypothetical conversations. You cannot invite us to hypothetical conversations. We want to stay on realities and deal with realities. You say, let's take it that they were missing. Mr. Minister, only one ain't taking it said they were missing. You have be hypothetical conversation. Now you are drawing your own hypothesis and say that we should come and draw conclusion for you. We will not do that. Oh no, we won't do that. Minister, we won't do that. You cannot invite us to unrealistic conversations. You said they were missing. These were your categorical words. And you went ahead to say, don't draw us. Now go be yen free home. Now, make I gonna force a high for the records. Still, Okatakyie Afrifa men send me the. Where is the sign? Now, minimum dia kakra nintino. Me who pa. On the average, this for when you ask me away. I go ya. Omo ya we. Certain intellectual firepower. When I meet them, I can on my own terms. I can meet any one of them. Draw in any conversation. Maybe I meant to say energy. When you create energy. It's a Mshana dear be interested. Movie call Makushia. They say now a public administration, how the whole bureaucratic system of Ghana works and the Namkokushian and Musa. I said to no Moody's and Moody. Maybe in a Moon say, okay, international play, how does it work? Namkoshia, MRID, international relations and diplomacy. Maybe I'm sure okay, human beings are the whole country is a creation of law. How can I understand what the law says? What does the law want? How does human beings behave? What does the law seek to achieve? And my question law near there. We are more into me question energy. But some children so I say. We are security and intelligence. I say, Mr. More. Maybe my back or Kuranam Chemugabi. But Yadishan Lawrence. Yeah, the best papa. Danny may be to page in a Sohani uncle. Now, okay, so. General, but that's sorry, and I'm going to say, you be about D levy. I'm see D levy near day. Almost a day, I see. A day, scammers are we are a bit chow what they use. A bit chow. Can you tell a cron for? I'm more cron for. Such also no pie. No. There's actually also no pie one. Now, General, but man before say about trust. We are making it public. Nipa say mami money di ban meka. You will show Dabempo. Sunday New Year show. I think Monday no. Then somebody came into my inbox. Was mami money di the day never tell. Oh you know I beg you your people then did the back there, especially the one way they do precisely so. I won't send them $200. Oh yeah. I won't send them $200. Make us me boni di. My marriage send the your friend Prince. I'm friend the Akanan so Prince. We appreciate. It's why me the number man no na Prince you try to 2,000. Ato Forson. He say mu $200 be di ha. It's we are mu tu kwan. Na me de kakra ka ho amamo na wo some trip in there all paid expenses hotel and madam bibia ye tuawi e momo kwa de am behunu bibi ba ko mienu bi eti me de bi be ka we ho na me de amamo na mo so ko bi o ze dai anya hwe bidi dai Prince amam $200 so Prince thank you I said thank you we appreciate there Obi John Maham me mo na ye kana hye ne de abramo de mo ani ne nanu nyina mbidi na madika ka me be bia Ghana fo ani no mahwade bi bia ni wa oya onye bida so ya da sore ye ne say NDC fo e wo majority in parliament it ahomachi ani ada no amowi kronfo governor mamowi kronfo dek woni mamowi kronfo amowi kronfo no timi bia o da mu ne ma nyina ana waya na akola na yese brawi we dem serew mi school uniform na dia chia me de beko school se kan be yinam tu dadwa ti amoy konfodo timi wia wa paint e oda ho on fa nche wo no ba en wo ye wagadre bi akwese keje ti atutubutu wo pai konfo no so pai konfo etu di na chia no so pai nti wa dweme se ni mu fo no na German tactics eti wahwa omo shada tete nioma bi so ba akire if say sa nioma ne de e deregulation tieni o sa de no wote so fuo no so wate so ba akire fuo ne be sa akwa animu a enye ono ne be mena akwa animu and in any case deregulation no adjustable de ben eti oye no se yemfa we man crofo in any case so oba na obe ready budget o taxes a oba so wo ye nyina ye de kan budget ho onim de eti o man fa we ya ansha budget cause that time no be so oboda da man for si ye nyama pa and certificate of emergency die mu be huna Kofi enya 1 Ghana cedi pe already the last budget or the 95 pesos Ato so which is almost 1 Ghana cedi Ato petroleum a year and yamaso mama read it well go and read it and what's that done and one under certificate of emergency or the 1 Ghana cedi asabeto so in actual fact it's 1 Ghana cedi 90 pesos within a space of 5 months precisely no shedan one for back on account so I can't 2 cedi and come be afi onyaji gene taxes in we are fu oni sha say economy mo say deregulation how dey menu control is me who argument ne say oba na fu oni say ana ba akira be do say and ye onyaji ne tax ne to so we am say hu wate be economy mo ate na how do oni control bagovi ade asi monna munya me kura ase say where the omo de call parliament no omo de call parliament no so omo pass in anajo Onim said in 2009, Professor Mills John Maham Aban. Omo ye saa de we ye bi. 2009. A omo anfa nko parliament. Now young kwana menchira wade bi. And ironically, when him say saa asem no nso, omo ka say omo ye ni June 4th. June 4th say ya 2009. And I'm giving you records. Etimo omo nyini kakra no. Eya your friend papa is say former deputy finance minister of MPP Penso. Kwaku Kwate the case be Danny for case in to in 2011, Kwaku Kwate the case be called a year court. Say NPA the one Ghana city be out to tow a year fuel petroleum and Yiswa. For 2 years, no Majiji and Mbreni ho. Tienio. And also I started June 4th say and this is for June 4th. Eh Danny, for story to it. Momo Yamwa. Adi sir. We call him and I do concord on the back. Miss 2 years from 2009, 2010, 2011. No, Omojiji one Ghana city on petroleum a product. Ewa Brown Parliament. Emma High Court rule yes, NP and ye is one Ghana city. What is MP and you come from Frabem? It's way we have more. We are not the show nas on Baby. We are more. And follow me in the first story. Also, you're now your name. I go be. Now, Kwaku Kwate the South story in the court. Emma court, Eka said, Yen free or man yen free. Now, ironically, said medical candidate in one. Omo ye say sa one Ghana city on start no. Omo started free 5th June 2009. And on by na on the Professor Mills work goodwill no mo sneaking in. Said the way omo sneaking in here. We so June 4th. And much no mo sneaking in is able to give effect. So minimum what they say with them on June 5th. There's one bay petroleum movie bia omo the June 4th. Omo the June 4th. Okay. So go be and no that sorry and almost June 4th. And this is one majority not see Humachia. No, my passembra. See the one Ghana city. A barber to petroleum. So now what you Yabaka say you diesel. Any petrol. Also petroleum products. It's even oil now. Mutokumo Kermon. Auto 1 liter beer. And mind you, 1 liter. So far gallon. Danny, if you were following me, you would have shown them gallons. And I want 5 gallon pictures now. Ghana for a brand new gallon. The man is a yellow, there's gallon. Okay? So offer 1 gallon beer. Okay, so there's gallon. Offer gallon we are. 3.75 liters Nico. So approximation. Whenever you do mass and the decimal point, it crosses a 5. You approximate it. So 3.75 is approximated to be 4. So 4 gallon we are. 4 liters Nico. Okay? And John Maham say, when they can 95 pesos, net one time on the tax in the buy. And people are saying 1 city. It's not 1 city. I'm saying it. Go and look at the tax. Time over read the budget. Go and read it. It was the 95 pesos at Toso per every liter. Ghana for Ankasa. Because that time near Penasem. And was I we are one watching. And the 1 city I become. You be answer there was what they call Dumsor. But who shall letter or they call parliament or they call a certificate of emergency? And you Dumsor was there is a shortfall, energy shortfall. Some catch them say, $1 needs to deny cost or money woman to be Mameka. So the artificial appreciation of the city is what is affecting the year revenue the demands. So there's a shortfall somewhere of over 30%. As I say, artificial, me catch them. Now, to me, mechanical crunch in the moon. No, Monsieur, you had the cost of Dumsor. In any case, what's the Dumsor? It is the Dumsor you are. Yakoko Peho Levy. I didn't know your Peho Levy. No one said Dumsor and a Mushu. And then, no, Casako full pump be or the prices of fuel, all the filling stations. So what's up, Chanua? For filling station, what do you go in the room? I was away, and also a hot fire here. Now, obi opeso yebia no come be a friend seditates.com/fuel prices. Seditate. It no could do a Zen filling station. Bloom Star Oil. Omunyina. So at this point, Ofelo tank averagely 11.55. Diesel 13. Bloom 14.45. Diesel 15.35. Where you were much a year they check it. No my body actually. See the link here. Seditates.com/fuel. Bet me akobashi. Muboshe mwa baba. Eti yes. Max, GB Oil, Nick Petroleum, Nasona, Frontier. Omo nyina omo prices na ho no. As at the net at the filling station. Oko GB Oil. Okay, so yanko engine, Unicorn, Gasu. Omo nyina omo prices ni. To wenya afa ni yakọ hweboard so dia ba kire mo. We know how to calculate it. After was so to fuel every liter beer or the 1 cedi. I want the 95 pesos per so. Ovi, young fan imposi at 95 pesos na check. Yenina 1 cedi no so. Now auto fuel averagely no 1 liter beer ya 12 cedi 50 something pesos. But you're making it 12 cedi. On the average, also your prices now order. Petroleum prices, diesel prices. It's young fan say average and 12 cedi. Ovi. Now 12 cedi no, also the 1 cedi beto so. And it's a water 1 gallon. And 4 liters. That means obenya gallon 4 cedi also. Don't forget, Obian will call a fuel station. I got 1 gallon, got 1 liter good care. So offer car bit say a Toyota Corolla. And it's average any adeno. The average Ghanaian, the car, for 40 to 50 liters, and sana fele. It's a car for 40 liters. That means auto fuel we be bet you have 40 cedi amount by. Now the average Ghanaian, the car abroswan so auto 20 liters. We are talking about a year 5 gallons. 5 gallons makes 20 liters because 4 liters make 1 gallon. So 20 liters is 5 gallons. Now average Ghanaian, send a car by your man. It is about 40 to 50 liters. But you let's be charitable. Let's come to a year point. Let's say 40 liters. Now so 40 liters here. That means in effect 3 days be able fellow car. It's 3 days be able to have 40 Ghana cedi amount buying. Now multiply that by a year 3 times. That means in a week you are paying 3 days 40 liters, 120 Ghana in a week. I'm buying 120 Ghana times 4. That is the average Ghanaian. It's 120 Ghana cedi times 4. And the average Ghanaian. Now go for trotro. Uber. Almost every 2 days we are filling a car. So in effect, a year times 5. Precisely. Fire. Nanya semuni yanka. Eko faro di levy by. Your mama must say nye. 11 eko faro say. Was it the obe send bia no? Metal 1%. It's all send 1,000 Ghana. 1,000 Ghana no metal 10 cedi. And yes sir. 10 cedi. It's levy yine guso no. It all send 100 Ghana. In fact the first 100 Ghana na the ento we. Nemo must send 1,000 Ghana. Because yento first 100 Ghana, we calculate it on the 900 Ghana cedi. And 1% of 900 Ghana cedi is 9 cedi. Ghana force woman to be that. So be ye 11 or send 1,000 Ghana. You better than 9 cedi. Ghana force yampa momo. Any pamone for? Akwa for? Ampa me can be. Yentria. Ampa me can be. Me ko demonstration. Afe assume si ba ya o say ono de 1 Ghana cedi bia wo de to 12 cedi so obi 100 Ghana cedi no de 1 Ghana cedi to so wo de 1 Ghana cedi wo de to 12 cedi and free 12 cedi a wo be ko 22 cedi be ko 32 cedi 42 cedi 52 cedi 62 cedi 72 cedi 82 cedi 92 cedi and san wa by 100 Ghana I mean 1,000 Ghana more fire. Obentio was a 12 cedi and one 1 cedi too. I want 1 cedi near 100 Ghana cedi. 11 on the other was 12 cedi. It is obetia 1,000 Ghana cedi. 11 now obetia 10 Ghana cedi. In effect, it could be 9 cedi, but in effect 10 Ghana cedi. And then the same 1,000 Ghana, medical to 4 make per the calculation, you bet you 83 cedi. More fire. So Akufo do 11 na ye came no. Ni ye betua 10 Ghana cedi 1000 Ghana ama no. John Maham yesi wo ba be ye ni no. Wo yi 1000 Ghana so koto fuola or do 83 cedi. So 10 cedi to 83 cedi. The difference is a whooping 73 Ghana. And most of you can go Eti D levy, Dumsor Levy no, and no ubetua 83 cedi. Na 11 na utua 10 Ghana cedi. Yes, Debbie. Obi, 11 podium. Meme tia yi. Me nko send sika. Ya ntem ba bia. Betting tax ya kufa de ba me ya pamo no. Me ntwa bi da. E se bet me ntwa bi. Ne mo John Maham se me yi 11 na fuwa. Na man fo bom sem sha. Me yi betting tax na man fo no sha. I say okay.
Me nyamo.
Nkotechiro fuo di obia tobi di owakam di onikam and I know ka say na name ni mak brace ama GPRT omo di release aba so mbeto fuo and I'm afraid ya be ma ya na meka bi nana ya meeting bi ya wi a meka bi yo
Asewni o.
kayeti akronfo Wemo, minimum na mo mani ntingo dru. Your mama. 83 cedi. Ano dia to so. Enti the average Ghanaian or your private car owner 120 Ghana times 4 you say. 480. Now multiply ano times 2. It's Uber ne taxi for. You will be paying no less than 2,200 Ghana cedis. Uber ne taxi. Every musumi biano. Utia tax 1,200. Now usika adi kwa kudi for Christ. Your other boy ira kwa mama. Your mama no oba be mu ye no. You super. And your mama is the whole. He's the whole. He's the whole for Mandaga. Where you home, Dada Noa. Mrs. Wanya Kwaku story no. 2000 and how many be? Fabra. Obi, 11 year. Oh, say 11 kwa ye device strategy be. Not many pan ko just mala cash out. Say be ya wuntia. When would you show the begu ke mu ana say obetena ponko so. Ava omo munika ne say omo mo ka ne betua. Ne anya shamima muslim. Ah wo no ntofu o. Aban coupon na use. Ne anya eye kwasi prati ebai. Why prat? Say I will contribute to Ghana city to the development of my nation. We wa bra wo ntofu elo. Aban ya manika free.
Yes sir, Tomam.
Omo sa anya smart. Danny we are telling them. Besi moya dey amu betua. We kill a betua. Sa we ni dey friend kill a betua.
Kill a betua.
It is a 11 1 cedi no. 1% na mumpa. Okay, so Danny zoom me in. Where 2011. High Court abolishes illegal fuel charge. Now you read the story no. I catch them say on the June 4th to say ya no more year no. Almost here take effect June 5th. It's the same playbook. Then you read this our story. You read it. Where modern Ghana 2011. I say the High Court in Accra has declared an illegal ex-refinery differential component of the export prices of petroleum products and ordered the National Petroleum Authority and the thermal oil refinery to stop its imposition with immediate effect. The decision by the court followed an application by the former New Patriotic Party's Communications Director, Kwaku Kwati, and his Development Data, that is DD Policy, Research and Advocacy Organization, seeking to outlaw. Now the decision by the court, after the ruling by the court presided over by Justice Patrick Baye, Kwatin told my Joe Online he expects the fuel prices to be reduced and that the court's order was an immediate abolition of the illegal imposition. Now, I'm trying to show you where. Now look at this. Won't take it time. Look at this. No, Danny, go to the next page. Go to the next page. Now me tell one here. Go to the next page. Page na the buy before this, no. Danny, what she be ana? Pay attention. Or see the decision of the court followed an application by former blah 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 blah. Now he says seeking to outlaw the tax component imposed on 5th June 2009 by the MPA. And then they say 4th June. Actually 5th. And you're China na dey take effect. So June 5th 2009. Almost year the same thing.
Expose them. Expose them.
June 5th 2009. Mugu aban we. Moji aban we di. Wait. You see the same playbook.
Scammers. The settings.
That. So 2009 now show. To we want to see it.
FM back for.
O say
FM back for.
How many FM back now? I'm between one.
Papa.
Obi? It's the same. 2009, June 5th. And only 1 city share that to show. And quite a more be happening. Almost 2 years. Now, Coco Quats and Coco. On the way, so much every or one of my check.
Same seat. And I do my last.
Now, wait, Mamusia Franklin, could you delete in your page? And Opa Franklin, could you over try? I say the fastest pickpocketing ever. Go were deleted. Franklin. Imani Ghana.
Imani.
Political thing.
Rasbello. I said, your mama second, you go and gruma. Yeah, Mamundi rough. Come on. I'm with your mama compare for them. Don't do that. Let's give you some respect. The 24-hour economy is so munka was a
member. The Kanya better be. Kanya new.
And you said, look at the other so more on it. A frag is Samijam. I know back at you say 24-hour economy to ground, but to fool.
Kanya boss.
I put your broken, but can't throw a comment section.